Take 4. Christ, this is the worst time I've ever had recording. Like, this is the 4th take. Sometimes I have to redo it once, but never a 4th time. I think it's because in the first 3, I tried opening up with Derpy Hooves only line, which has caused me to derp a bit. So I'm not going to do that. But from here on out, starting with the next vlog, I'm going to start every vlog with a line from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. If you haven't watched My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, seriously take 1 hour and 6 minutes. That's just 66 minutes out of your life. And watch the first 3 episodes of Season 1, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. If you're not hooked onto it, addicted to it by the end of that one, by the end of that hour and 6 minutes, then you don't have to watch it ever again, and it was only an hour. And if you are hooked, which you probably will be, you're going to spend the next 12 hours watching My Little Pony. Because it's 9.5 hours for the first season, followed by another 2 hours, I believe, for, no, 2.5 hours for what's so far in the second season. But whatever. Simple to find, it's all over the internet. YouTube is probably the easiest way to find. Just search My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 1, Episode 1, and you'll find it. But my name is Matt Taylor, but you should already know that. If you don't, welcome to my vlog. Couple things to cover. First thing is I have a question from Robert Kopp. And his question is, if your girlfriend was bit by a zombie, would you be able to shoot her in the head? Seeing as that's never happened to me, I can't truthfully answer it. But seeing as I don't have a girlfriend at the moment, I believe I would be able to, but not while she's still a human, not while she still has memory and thinking and all that. I'd wait for her to either die and then turn, because normally in order to turn into a zombie, you have to die for a few seconds and then you become reanimated as a zombie. So when she died, that's when I would shoot her in the head, just to be sure. Alright. What's next? Alright, I have a few other things to cover, but first I'll do the thing that's pissing me off, other than having to have take 4 of this vlog. Alright, right now I'm on Ontario Works, which is called by some people, it's called welfare, other people call it assistance. I'm on it because in the time, for the past while, I haven't had a job, and stuff was really tough to get by. And seeing as I haven't been paid yet at this job, I'm pretty sure payday is coming up next week. I should be able to get off it soon. But for now, I'm still on it, and I needed to pay my rent, satellite and internet, and I'm going to use some of it to get my phone reactivated today. But I get it direct deposited right to my bank account, right? So this morning, when the bank opened, I went to the bank and checked my account and it said 23 cents. And I'm like, 23 cents? It should be about 600 in there. And seeing as my phone isn't working, I couldn't call right from the bank. So I came back pretty much home, because my bank is just down there. It's about a 20-minute walk there. There and back comes out to about half an hour sometimes. I don't know. And when I was on my way back, I stopped in at Mac's where I work, because it's right across the street, and I asked my boss, I'm like, hey, can I use the phone for a sec? Yeah, sure. So I used the phone, called my worker, and I asked her, I'm like, okay, just check my bank account, why isn't my check in there? Oh, it said you, let me check. She checked on, I could hear her checking on the computer. It says you haven't dropped off your income statement. I'm like, I handed it personally to you, in person. She's like, oh yeah, you did, why is it marked as that? Well, I'll fix that right now. I'm like, okay, is there any chance I'll be getting the money today? No, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow, and if it's not in tomorrow, then it'll be on Monday for sure. And I said, yeah, that's not gonna work. desperately need it either today or tomorrow. And she's like, okay, well, what I can do is I can override the direct deposit order and have a check cut for you tomorrow. Alright, I'll do that. So, tomorrow I'll get my money to be able to pay my phone, internet, satellite, and rent. So that really pissed me off because I was so looking forward to being able to have my phone working again. Because when I'm at work, the only time my phone will connect to the Wi-Fi at my house is if I'm outside. Because when I'm in the store, I guess I'm like just out of range, which is just like real kick in the ass. But anyway, on to the next matter of business. Myself and Blogs and Reviews, as he's known on YouTube, we're in a race on Twitter for Twitter followers, or tweeps as I call them. Right now, like for a while we've been in this competition, I guess you could call it, where he's been ahead of me for a long time. And then this morning, I finally passed him by one. I have 84 followers. Yes, I have 84 followers. He has 83. So right now, I am just one ahead. So like I say at the end of every one of these videos, follow me on Twitter. I'm in a race here. Come on, gotta help me. Anyways, on to the final matter of business. Yeah, I know, I'm playing with the cord this because I just had it connected and then I remembered, oh shit, I didn't include this part in the vlog, so I had to do take 4. And right now I'm just playing with the cord because it's there. As I told you yesterday, Robert Kopp got me Bakuman 8. He had coupons, so it only came out to about $2 instead of the regular $13. So that was kick-ass of him. Thank you so much for that, Rob. And last night I decided, you know what, before I read Bakuman 8, I'm going to reread the first 7, just to, refresh my memory. And then as I was reading 7 this morning, I came up to, like, the best line ever. Like, well, actually, the best page ever. Alright, so the main characters are Takagi and Mashiro. And, that's Takagi right here. He's in the... right there. He's in the page I'm talking about. And then there's also Misakoi, who is somewhat of a major character, too. But here's the page. You'll notice when it's showing her, it's Misakoi, and the text boxes are like this. It's whoever's on the other end of the phone, which in this case is Takagi. Alright, so it says, so, what do you want to talk about? Oh, would you like to see my panties, Takagi? What? What? So now it's Takagi talking. What do you mean by that? Are you feeling okay? Yes, I'm just asking you a serious question. Serious question? What? But why would I want to see your panties? What? Did I just say my underwear? You did, very clearly. Oh no. I'm sorry. I meant girls' panties in general. Ah, I see. Freudian slip. We all misspeak sometimes. I'm sorry. I didn't think before I spoke. But why panties? My editor told me I have to include at least 3 panty shots every week. Alright, if you haven't guessed already, Bakuman is a manga about creating manga. It's seriously my favorite manga series right now. And it's by the creators of Death Note. The way I found out about it is last time when I was working on Max last year in 2010, I was reading Shonen Jump whenever we would have it. Like whenever a new one came in, I would be reading it. And one night when I was reading it, it said new manga from the creators of Death Note. I'm like, ooh, sick, because Death Note was my favorite manga series for a long time. And then, so I read the first chapter in Shonen, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then for the next 2 months, they included another chapter, chapter 2 and chapter 3. Sorry. And then, it said after the 3rd chapter, it comes out on this date. And I'm like, oh, that is awesome. So that day I went to Kohl's, picked up the first Bakuman, and I was like, and yes. So I read it, awesome, and then every 2 months when they come out, I think they come out every 2 months. Bakuman 7 said available December 2011, and then at the end of November 2011, Bakuman came out. So yeah, it was 2 months. So every 2 months I'm picking up the new one. And it's seriously my favorite manga series right now. Alright, and I believe that's all for this one. Covered OW, covered Twitter, covered manga. Yep, and answered Rob's question. So my question to you is, I'm using the exact same one that Rob asked me. If your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your fiance, whatever you want to say, whoever it is, if they were bitten by a zombie, would you be able to shoot them in the head? Or would you have to get someone else to do it? And until next time, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. I'm in a race, so you got to do that for me. If you haven't already, share this channel with your friends, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It will really help me. And, as per usual, peace.